Soul Gardeners. I'm Skip Jennings, your spiritual cheerleader here at the Soul Garden. We're in this deep work around the ego. We're in Aries, rightfully so. It's time to be aware and to deepen that awareness of what the ego and how to use it, and when is the ego out of sync with our real paths of being with God. So that's what we're talking about in chapter 2, deepening our awareness of the ego. The first chapter we talked about, the ego is not a bad thing. It is a part of us, created by God. It's a warning mechanism. It allows us to do things that we normally wouldn't want to do, like standing in front of people, like being able to speak up for ourselves, like being able to say what we really need. The ego helps us with that. But what happens? The ego grows and becomes lopsided. It becomes bigger than our consciousness of God, our oneness, our God consciousness. So in being aware of the ego, I have 4 terms I want to talk to you about, key points that we're going to talk about. The first key point is one of those words that you can use it in so many different ways, and the word is defense. How does the ego help us in defense? Defense of what? I believe that the ego, being aware of this, the ego will defend your identity. The ego wants to take you and say, this is what you are, let's defend this forever. It's like when you say that I only do something because of this, or I only am this way, or I only eat green vegetables, or I only do this. That becomes your identity. And you will go to the grave defending that identity. Defense, protection, that's your ego. Truth be told, if you say something that I only do it in this way, this is the only way because of who I am, that's a limited belief. And what's the work that we're doing right now here at Soul Garden is getting beyond limited belief. Once we get beyond limited belief, we can see we live in a world of infinite possibilities, that anything's impossible, anything is possible. So we're getting beyond the defense. We're getting beyond the ego, defending ourselves. Moving on, your next one is war. Ooh, war. Think about that for a minute. I think we all have a certain internal war that's happening. The war that I'm always being faced with is releasing things that do not serve me anymore. Holding on to that thing that I connect with, I identify with. That's the ego saying that you won't get any better, so you got to hold on to this for dear life. Like relationships, like apartments, like the way we believe, consciousness. That no one else will understand you more, so you need to hold on to this. That's the ego protecting you, telling you lies. The truth is we expand, we evolve. We are one with God. So allowing that expansion to happen, releasing that warring. That warring won't stop when we say, okay, I'm allowing that to fall away and stepping into something new. The third focus word that I want you to think about, my friends, is violence. And I mean violence, it doesn't even need to be a physical violence. It could be a mental violence. It could be that thing that you're beating yourself up so much, you're being violent to yourself. Like saying, oh, I'm just a piece of crap. Or I'm just, no one will ever love me. Or I don't deserve anything. I deserve exactly what I get. I'm an asshole. How about those words? That's verbal violence. That's not the truth of you. The truth of you, you're an emanation of God. You are one, you're powerful, you're strong, you are able and willing and allowing to have everything that you want in your life. Those things that you're saying about yourself, lies. I gotta tell you, no one beat myself up more than me. And I gotta stop being violent to myself. My ego will tell me I need to do that so I can feel better. Here's the last one. If we don't stop this violence on ourselves, we start to injure ourselves. We're working through personal injury. We're working through that place that we've been holding on to these thoughts for the rest of for most of our lives, from our families, from our friends, all these things, we're injuring ourselves. So we're becoming deeper and aware, more aware of the ego. Here's your 7-day challenge. Hyper-awareness. Hyper-awareness when the ego is trying to protect you, trying to keep you in the same space that you are in. And then we bring it back to right size. See, the ego will tell you all these things, and what you have to say to the ego is, I hear you, my little friend. It's okay. Hang out. Love you. Thank you so much. And then we turn to the big self. We turn to God, and we allow God to hear and hear what God has to say for us. So I want you to take that 7-day challenge. Breathe it and believe it. Here's your affirmation. Your affirmation: I am awake and I am aware to who I am. I'm awake and I am aware to who I am. I'm awake and I am aware to who I really am. See, being aware, being awake means you know. You know. So my friends, remember, I want to be able to help you on your journey. I'm a spiritual counselor, I'm a spiritual coach, and I want to take you through these ego trips. It is ego tripping, boo. I want to take you through it, help you through. So allow me to coach you. You can come to Soul Garden. You can tap on, readings and find some practitioners that will be able to help you out. Remember, become a friend of mine at Soul Garden on the profile. I send out daily affirmations and a blog every day to help you in your journey. So I'm here to remind you that you're one with God. You're a divine light. You are here to make a difference on this planet. But the difference and the transformation begins within. You got to know that within yourself. So until next time, I'm Skip Jennings. So God.